Hello, welcome. Today I would like to speak to you about motorcycle safety. So imagine yourself driving down the highway at 75, 80 degrees out, beautiful day. You look over and you see a few people on motorcycles and you think to yourself, man, I would love to be on a motorcycle. But before you go off and just buy any old bike and hit the road, there's a few safety tips and precautions you should know beforehand. Now, I've been riding motorcycles for a long time. I started with bicycles at the age of 3, started racing BMX at 4. In high school, I got my first dirt bike. I started racing dirt bikes just after high school. I raced for a few years. About the age 22, I got my first street bike. And just last year, I ended up selling my bike, but in hopes that I'm going to get another one in the next year or two. Now, for me, the love for bikes and motorcycles has just been there since I was a little kid. And maybe that's the reason why you want to get yourself a bike. Maybe you just always had that love for them and always wanted one, but never had the opportunity. Or maybe with all the rising gas prices, you thought to yourself, maybe I should get a street bike to help save on fuel. You know, there's a lot of motorcycles out there that get very good gas mileage, so, and it'd be fun at the same time. But before you go off and just buy any old type of bike, there's a few things you need to know. Now, this subject is a little close and near and dear to me. I had a friend and colleague from work that was a beginner to riding this year. I helped him out when he first started learning with just the basics, how to use the clutch, the brake, the gas switching gears. Him and a few other people from work were always riding together. So about 2 months into him riding, he was doing pretty good and wanted to, that one day after work, him and one of the other colleagues were riding, and unfortunately he crashed and passed away due to his injuries. In fact, an article written by the Centers for Disease and Control estimated in the year 2010, just over 4,500 people lost their lives due to motorcycle crashes, both operator and passenger. The same article also explained that approximately 1,500 people lives were saved due to the fact that they were wearing a motorcycle helmet. And another 710 could have been saved possibly if that rider was wearing a helmet. But don't let these statistics scare you. It's not always bad. Ever since about 2000, the rise of motorcycle riders has been on the upswing. With just a few safety precautions and a few different techniques and tips, you can find yourself out on the roads, enjoying yourself and feeling very comfortable. So first off, before you just buy any type of motorcycle, you want to figure out what kind of riding you want to do. Do you want a cruiser? Do you want a sport bike? There's many different types of bikes out there. And really what I suggest is, once you figure out what kind of riding you want to do, go to your local dealership, sit on a few different bikes, and talk to them, because there's a lot of different adjustments that they can make. There's different add-ons and different types of handlebars, any kind of adjustments for your foot pedals, a lot of different things to really customize the bike to fit to you. And that's really key, because once you do that, you're going to feel a lot safer on the bike. It's gonna feel a lot more comfortable, and your overall riding experience is just going to be that much better. Once you figure out what type of bike you want, next thing you got to figure out is what kind of gear you should get. There's a few basics that everybody should get. Not every state requires it, but a lot of states require helmet laws. You have to check with your local laws to figure out if they require it or not. I've always worn one. When picking out helmets, good thing to do is figure out what type of helmet you want. Like, this is a full face helmet. This is, they got the visor. This is the only type that I usually use. They make some that are just half helmets. The main thing what you want to figure out is, when getting a helmet, to make sure that it's DOT approved. That's Department of Transportation approved. There'll either be a little sticker on the back, there could be a label on the inside. It all depends on what type of, where you get the helmet from and everything. Now, another piece is the gloves. Now, I always wear gloves. They got some leather on them. They got some hard knuckles on them in case any rocks deflect. In case you ever were to crash, this is the added barrier between you and the road. Just as well as the leather jacket. Now, I always wear a full leather jacket. It's pretty heavy, solid, and again, it's just an extra precaution to ensure that in between you and the road if you ever do crash. Now, once you got your gear and you got your bike all figured out, the next step is to improve on some of your skills. Every state should have different riding courses for beginners, all different levels. my suggestion would just go to the internet and search around. There's a lot of different courses that you could take to really, from beginner level, to really improve your overall riding skills, and that's very crucial for once you hit out the road. It teaches you how to drive defensively, different scenarios, as if that you need to know. So once you figure out your bike, you got all your gear, you've taken some courses, you're ready to hit the road. Stay safe and good luck out there. Take care.